Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it and I hope that this video finds you well. Today it is my pleasure and my honor to be discussing the brand new fragrance by the company Parfums de Marly, and this one, part of its Pegasus line, is called Pegasus Exclusif, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of the brand new for 2020 Pegasus Exclusif by Parfums de Marly, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews just like this, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, and pretty much anything having to do with fragrance, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, please also be sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Now, before I begin this review, I do want to disclose that this bottle was sent to me compliments of Parfums de Marly, but as always, all opinions are going to remain my own. I have known about this fragrance for about a year now, since November of 2019. I will tell you all about that, but I also want to give a very special thank you to Parfums de Marly for hosting a full bottle giveaway, and this is the big size, the 125 ml size, and this giveaway, I will be the one fulfilling it, so it will be open to anywhere in the world. All you have to do is leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're located and also let me know why you would like to win this brand new inbox sealed bottle of Pegasus Exclusif. I will be selecting the winner in 1 week's time. I will be pinning the winning comment to the top of the comment thread, so definitely make sure to come back to this video in 1 week to see if you've won. I'm excited for this review and I'm excited for you guys. So this is a brand new release. Like I said, I initially smelled it back in 2019 at Scent Explore in the beginning of November, the first week of November, when the managing director showed up with a decant of this fragrance. He actually sprayed it on my skin several times. I remember going home that evening, smelling it, and just falling in love with it. Well, I smelled it again in the summer of 2020 when I visited their offices to pick up my bottle of Greenlee, and I remember receiving a decant of that I completely burned through, and here I am with a bottle in hand, which I received about a week and a half ago. So I have about a year's worth of experience with this fragrance, very familiar with the DNA, very familiar with how it smells, and I must say, if you are a fan of the original Pegasus, you will absolutely love Pegasus Exclusif. Of course, this is not the first Exclusif fragrance from the brand. We also have Delina Exclusif. Of course, we also have Leighton Exclusif. So if you're familiar with what the brand does when it comes to creating an exclusive version of an existing fragrance, you know that they make it darker, richer, denser, more mysterious. They add this enigmatic quality to the fragrance. And here, of course, with the original Pegasus, which came out 8 years ago, they did extract some of those same ingredients with the help of Firmenich. They reinvented the fragrance. Of course, the ingredients that are retained are the vanilla and of course the bitter almond, but there's this added amber, a touch of smoke, natural oud, sandalwood, guaiac wood. This is such an interesting composition and it's a fantastic fragrance. I'm so excited to tell you about the smell. Let's start things off with the presentation. The box for this fragrance has this really nice, sleek looking matte silver finish to it, which also matches the look and feel and aesthetic of the bottle. You have Pegasus Exclusif written towards the middle here with Edition Royale written towards the bottom. On the very bottom is where you can locate your lot number printed in black ink. And the back of the box just has some information on the company. The top of the box is where you will locate the company's crest, and the box opens up to reveal a podium in which the bottle rests very securely. Like I said, the bottle for this fragrance has this gorgeous matte silver finish to it. I think it looks really sleek and luxurious. Your information, including the lot number, is located on the bottom of the bottle. The Parfums de Marly information is located on the top of the cap. It's embossed in the cap. The cap for this fragrance clicks into place very securely. You can pick this one up from the cap, and the distribution on the atomizer is very wide. Let's continue with the smell. This fragrance has one of the best openings that I have ever smelled in a fragrance before. It's so enigmatic, it's so sexy and alluring in the opening. You have that vanilla and the bitter almond, which of course play a harmonious game with one another. And of course, they are borrowed from the original Pegasus from 8 years ago, which was one of the flagship releases for the brand. And here, it just takes that DNA, it takes that composition, it makes it more mysterious, darker, more enigmatic, sexy, alluring, it's super confident without being overly assertive or overly domineering. It has this subtle stoic quality about it, but it's not afraid to express itself. And that's one of the things that I really admire the most about this fragrance. So it opens up with just a little bit of citrus. It's just there to sort of lure you in, get your attention in the opening. But really the star players in this fragrance are that smoky thing that's going on in here, but also the vanilla and the bitter almond. So it has this cardamom spice note in the opening, which I really think is contributing a great deal to that overall smoky vibe of the fragrance. And I keep using that as a descriptor. If you're familiar with Navitus Exclusif and you're familiar with how the base is constructed or structured in that fragrance, you're going to get something quite similar with this fragrance. So that cardamom is adding this really nice sort of enigmatic and complex quality in the opening of the fragrance. And as you give it a chance to dry down, you are going to get a little bit of lavender. Jasmine is also listed as a note. I'm really not getting a whole lot of jasmine. Nothing about this fragrance smells floral to me, but I can see how it's maybe adding that accent to the vanilla note to create that billowy nature that you're going to find in the heart of this perfume. And in terms of the pink pepper, it doesn't give off a rosy quality here. I would say this is largely spicy on account of the cardamom, but I think the cardamom has this duality of a role because it's also contributing to the spice that you're going to find in the base of the fragrance as well. So there is this natural oud note, but it doesn't smell like a barnyard. It's not challenging. It's not difficult to get along with. I wouldn't say it's convivial either, but I feel like it's paired very nicely with that creamy and textured sandalwood that you're going to get in the base, and that amber accord just really warms things up. It prolongs the sweetness that you're going to get from the vanilla and the bitter almond, and this is such an amazing fragrance. Like I said, if you are a fan of the original Pegasus, there is no way that you are not going to like Pegasus Exclusif. And yet another thing that I absolutely love about this brand is they time their releases so well. We're just getting into the colder weather now, so if you're looking for one signature scent, one fragrance to purchase and wear now that the weather is getting a lot colder, this is a no-brainer. This is a stunning and fantastic fragrance to consider for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. It's just an amazing opening, an amazing dry down. It retains that complexity. It has that touch of smoke in here. It has depth. It has a gorgeous personality about it. And you can tell that Parfums de Marly is committed to producing fragrances that will not only intrigue the wearer, provide a level of uniqueness, but are really bold in the statement that they make. If you're familiar with Navitus Exclusif, if you're familiar with Calan, if you're familiar with Godolphin, you know that quality and longevity are two things that Parfums de Marly is notorious for, and Pegasus Exclusif is no exception. Fantastic fragrance. I am going to be wearing this so much in the coming months. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, we have the uniqueness and the overall smell, and this is definitely a unique fragrance, especially considering the fact that it is a flanker to the original Pegasus, which preceded it by 8 years. I think so often in the industry, we see companies releasing a flanker to an existing fragrance, and it actually ends up smelling nothing like the original fragrance. Here, they do remain true to the original DNA, but they change it just enough that it's a completely reinvented fragrance, albeit borrowing influences and notes from the original like the vanilla and the bitter almond, but it's done in such a different way with the amber, the sandalwood, the gaiac wood, and those heavier ingredients that you're going to get in the base, in partnership of course with that natural oud and the cardamom that you're going to get in the opening as well, really diversifying the DNA of this fragrance. The overall smell is incredibly appealing despite the use of cardamom and natural oud. Nothing about this fragrance is not agreeable. It's a very easy to get along with fragrance, and it has so many of these addictive elements that will definitely lure you in and draw you in from the onset. In terms of the longevity, I got 8 hours on my skin every single time. When I visited the managing director about a week and a half ago to pick up my bottle, he actually did a couple of sprays on my right forearm, and this was midday, right around 3 p.m. By the following morning, I was still able to smell it after showering, after trying to scrub it off. It has that lasting power. power, so you really are getting what you pay for. I think it's a fantastic performer, and projection on this one, it will radiate within an arm's length for the first 2.5 to 3 hours of application. It doesn't become a skin scent until about that 6.5 to 7 hour mark. So given the notes and given the concentration, I do find that the performance of this fragrance is definitely above average. There's no slouching in the performance department when it comes to this fragrance. Versatility on this one is very good. I do find that given the price and given the way that it smells, I would be inclined to wear this one for a dressed up occasion, special occasion. But like I always say with fragrances, wear what you want when you want. You are free to make that decision. And so if you love the way that it smells, listen, we're fast approaching the colder weather, and so feel free to wear it as often as you want. I do think that this one is better suited for the colder weather. I would 100% recommend the original Pegasus for the hotter weather because of the absence of those heavier notes in the base, especially including the natural oud and the cardamom that you're going to get in the opening as well. I also find this fragrance to be perfectly unisex, given the fact that it contains a lot of ingredients which are typically and traditionally found in women's perfumes, including but not limited to the vanilla, the bitter almond, the sandalwood, the amber, especially in its use of a lot of oriental fragrances, and the jasmine, of course. How can we forget that? So it has a lot of these ingredients which are also typically found in women's fragrances, but there's just something about this one that carries that bold quality with it to the fore, and so this one is definitely heavy on the darker, more sensual and sexy ingredients in the base. In terms of the presentation, I love that matte silver finish on the bottle. My final verdict for this fragrance is I absolutely love this fragrance. Perfect timing of its release. I'm going to be wearing this fragrance so much over the next few months. It's a superb fragrance. It's one that we didn't know we needed, but now that we have it, we're so happy to have it. And Pegasus Exclusif will be one of the next big hits for the brand, and it will receive that universal acclaim like Leighton, like some of the other super popular fragrances from the brand. Again, if you like Pegasus, you absolutely need to go out there and check out Pegasus Exclusif. I'm 100% confident that you will love this one, and I personally love this one very much. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was my review of Pegasus Exclusif. So happy and fortunate, honored and blessed to have had the opportunity to review this fragrance, but also to conduct this giveaway. Hopefully this bottle will go to one lucky winner if you claim your prize, which I'll make sure you claim because I'm going to pin your comment. YouTube is going to send you a notification. I'm going to heart the comment. I'm going to reply to it. I'm going to make sure you get this prize because I don't need 2 bottles in my collection as much as I want more than 1 bottle. But I'm really hoping that you win. Best of luck to everybody participating in this giveaway. The only thing you have to do is just leave a comment down below and let me know where do you live and why are you excited to win this fragrance. That's it. And I will go ahead and pin the winning comment in 1 week's time. So definitely make sure to come back to this video in 1 week to see if you won. Thanks again for watching. I love you all. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you took something of value from this video, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.